Most of my friends in gangs, my new nickname is Genghis Khan, but without the yay, but his last name's my side. I ride with that demeanors. I'm armed to the teeth. You're Venus and you've never been to the Venus.
This is the problem, John. This is the problem, John Jones. You're a fraud. This is the issue. You're a fraud. Now, first of all, if y'all didn't know, the arrest report for Jon Jones in Las Vegas once again has came out. And now that that report has came out, which I've pulled up. Hold up. I've pulled up, read every word of it, knowing what's going on. They're not that long. Police reports are usually not that long. So I read every word of it. And you're a fraud, dude. But these are things that we knew beforehand. I was watching Chael's video and I'm thinking, let me just read the report for myself. And you're a fraud. You got to understand, there's 3 spots you can be, 3 tables. Picture a cafeteria. It's 3 tables. You got the cool table. No, not the cool table. You got the good guy table. You got the bad guy table. And you got the fraud table. The good guy table is the guy, he gets behind the mic, he's a good guy. When he puts the mic down, he's also a good guy. You got the bad guy table. When he picks up the mic, he's a bad guy. When he puts it down, he's a bad guy behind the scenes too. But you know who he is. John is at the fraud table. Somebody who gets behind the mic and poses as a good guy, but in the background, throughout his entire career, does crazy stuff to sabotage himself. I knew when you ran away from that hit and run with that pregnant woman, I already knew what type of man you were. So hearing about domestic violence, about you in Las Vegas, it was not surprising. So if you don't know the story, here's the issue. So Jon Jones was getting inducted into the Hall of Fame for his fight with Alexander Gustafsson. And now this is what I'm going to tell you next is per the police report. He was going down there, and of course this part is not in the report. He was going down there. That's why he's in Las Vegas, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So he goes to the room. He gets 10 racks and like, okay, I'm finna go to the strip club. His wife was like, all right, cool, blah, blah, blah. They come back. Now keep in mind, in the actual report, Jon Jones said he doesn't even remember this. But he knows he didn't put his hands on her. So you don't remember what happened when you left the room to go to the strip club. You don't remember. You remember coming back, but you don't remember. But you know for a fact you didn't hit her. You don't remember what happened, but you know you didn't hit her. That makes no sense, first off. Second off, per the report of the security guard at, I forgot what casino it was. His wife comes downstairs, his fiance comes down to the room, and she's asking for a new room. Now, you can visibly see she has a bruised lip, a swollen lip. She has a bloody lip. There is blood all over her clothes, and there's blood on her sleeve, which stands to reason that her nose is bleeding also. That stands to reason that. And she comes down there, and obviously she's scared because she said, I don't want to go back up to the room with him, or I don't want to be in the same room as him. And one of Jon Jones' daughters, one of their daughters, says, hey, can you call the police? Do y'all realize how disgusting this is? One thing little kids don't do, and you don't understand, is when they can speak up on their own, they're usually going to tell the truth. She comes down there, she's bloody, and the little girl is saying, hey, can you call the police? So they get back up to the room, and because they're investigating it now, so they get back up to the room, and she was like, oh no, he didn't hit me, he didn't touch me, all he did was pull my hair. Now the cop said, hey, look, there's blood on your face, there's blood on your nose, there's blood on your lip is swollen, there's blood on the floor, there's blood on the bed, all over your clothes. So what happened? And her excuse was, oh, my lips are dry. I didn't notice my lips are dry. All he did was pour my, like, Jon Jones, you are a fraud. Now understand, she's not doing that because, oh, you know, I missed the money, or I want to keep the money, or I want to do this and that. No. She could get the money. She could get the money without being with him. She's afraid, just like I would be afraid of Jon Jones. If Jon Jones was coming at me angry, I would be afraid. Considering he probably did that to her with one light slap, because he can have my face messed up off of one slap. So you can imagine what he'd do to her. And she's coming, we're seeing it. This is not her coming up on the internet later on. This is her going right then and there, and they're seeing how her face is looking. They're seeing that she's bloody. The little daughter is saying, hey, you don't even want to go back up to the room. That you took the 3 kids down. You don't want to go back up to the room. You're bloody, blood all over your clothes. The daughter is saying, hey, can you call the police? The mom is crying. Like, Jon, bro, it's time for you to sit down and do something else. You have to get your life in order, and you will get behind this camera and you will act like you're the greatest human being in the world. You're a fraud. We see it throughout your whole career, whether it's been with performance enhancing drugs, whether it's been with drugs, whether it's been with alcohol. This is what this dude does. So they arrest him, right? They arrest him and he's irate. He this is in the report. He headbutts the police car, puts a dent in it. This is the man she's dealing with now. He headbutts the police car. Later on, after they finish questioning him and everything, he's getting up, he's laughing and joking about the arrest. Then he says, I wonder what would happen if you guys take the handcuffs off. Maybe I can take all of you. He is so stupid. He is an idiot. Now forget about, because it's not really white or black, because a white person shouldn't say this to the police because it's dangerous. But as a black man, black men get killed for nothing. You're a black man talking about you want to take the handcuffs off to see if you can fight all the police. And then he faked twice like he was going to run, and the police officer had to threaten to tase him for him to stop. He's laughing. He's going from laughing to crying to being... Everything that you do afterwards, everything you do before validates the story. Validates the story. Of course, she's afraid. She's not going to say, oh, he did this and that. It happens all the time. For all our men in this comment section that's above 23, 24. You've heard of a situation, or sad to say, you've seen a situation where a woman was getting viciously beaten and just decided and just didn't say anything. Or the police came and she didn't want to, I don't want him to get locked up. Now she asked, she said, how much time do I have before he gets out? This is what she said. That's scary, ain't it? That is a scary situation. How much time does he have before he gets out? How much time do I have before he gets out? Look at this. 6'4", 250. One of the most dangerous men with his hands and feet and elbows and knees on the planet. He is one of the most dangerous men on the planet, even more dangerous than a boxer. So you doing all this and you upset, you arrested me on the biggest time of my Jon Jones, you just disgusting, bro. What else can we even say about you, bro? You're disgusting. What else can we say? You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. This is ridiculous, bro. Let's see what he's saying.
Where misunderstanding, and we're probably not going to hear about it again.
This is crazy.
That guess is changing rapidly now that we know there was a plethora of officers, I don't know the amount, that
this
we
is
now
insane.
know were wearing body cam.
Yes, and that footage is coming out. They're going to see the footage.
Leaking into the public.
Even though they don't need the footage on you, Jon. You got enough footage on yourself.
You committed a crime, or at least he's accused of it. That's caught on camera. It's very tough. It's very tough to open that door to misunderstanding.
Yes.
It's always hard to explain a misunderstanding that's documented with video.
Crazy.
So where is that going to go? How does that pertain to Jon as it pertains to us? Us, the fan, us, the viewer.
And
who's enjoying.
I'm not going to take it easy on him. I'm not. I'm not going to take it easy on him. You know why? Not because of the wife, because the little girl came down and said, hey, can you call the police? She knows enough to say, hey, can you call? This is not the first time this little girl has seen this. It's probably not the second time. When it's kids, bro, I'm not going to defend you, bro. We're worried about, maybe it's just, let's take, no, I'm not taking it easy on the person who's doing the shit. Let's take it easy on the person who came down bloody and beat up. Let's take it easy on the person who, let's not take it easy on the person who was drunk, probably high too, probably. But they didn't say that in the report, so we're going to say that he wasn't. But this is Jon Jones. He was either already high or planning to get high. And this is just facts. Like let's be real. And you come and did all, like Jon Jones. You are just a train wreck, bro. You are a train wreck. And Chael is taking it easy on you. The only reason he is because everybody knows Chael takes shots at Jon Jones, rightfully so. So he doesn't want to seem like, oh, I'm doing this for my channel, for my this and my that. Dude, you are ridiculous, man. You are ridiculous.
Jon's career, who's on board with the experiment of changing to heavyweight, who likes the idea that he take on Francis Ngannou or Cyril Gane.
Talking about fighting officers.
This is going to be one where we're going to have to stand back because we don't have the answers from a historical standpoint. Usually at this point in the UFC's career, they've about seen everything and have had to deal with about every single situation.
True.
Standard protocol.
But he falls into the same category as everybody else. Just because we've seen it, and I'm not saying Chael is saying this, but just because we've seen it before doesn't mean we should take it easy. Because this dude consistently gets away with everything. Gets arrested, gets back out. Cheats, gets back. Don't forget, he's a cheater.
Wait. See how this plays out.
This is ridiculous.
He is
For somebody with 2 daughters, this is crazy.
Wait until that happens before we open the door of a conversation of what should we do. Standardly, that's the way it would work.
Yep.
The reason I'm hesitant to assure you that's the way it's going to work, in line with all this new information, in line with the child being present and the child asking for the police.
Yep.
The optics of it are beyond bad. They're sad.
Yep.
They're sad. It's a heartbreaking story. And for the victim to attempt to cover would tell a reasonable person that there is a history of this, but this one even scared the child. Right? Just the optics are bad. They're bad.
Yep. This is what I just said. The fact that she's trying to shows that there's a history of it. Shows that there may have been threats. Look at this. She's looked at a man, got into a hit and run, coke, all this stuff, and get away with it. Get away with it. You don't think do you think now I'm not saying he said this. Do you think Jon Jones is saying do you think Jon Jones is incapable of saying, hey, if you do this and I go to jail, just know when I get out, I'm going to such and such? Do you think that's beneath him? Do you think that's something he would never say? I mean, this is Jon Jones. This is Jon Jones. Come on, I mean, let's be real, bro. Let's be real. Let me know what y'all think about the situation. I think it's MMA Junkie that got the report if y'all want to read it. But let me know how y'all feeling. I mean, I guess I'll holler at y'all later.